all 6 of the original Universal Mummy films in there. Let's take a look here in the inside. Now they do have this in a different container, of course. You can buy this as a separate set, or you could buy this in a big Universal set. Mummy, the Dracula films, the Frankenstein films, Invisible Man. I think it even comes with one Phantom of the Opera, if I'm not mistaken. But here is the cover art when you get the original box, unlike what we just took a look at here. And complete Legacy collection. Of course, we have the grouping of films. We have The Mummy, 1932. Then they took an 8-year hiatus till they made more Mummy movies. The Mummy's Hand, The Mummy's Tomb, The Mummy's Ghost, The Mummy's Curse. And they're all in the 40, from 40 to 44. 2 of them came out in 44. But then we have Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy in 1955. So it really covers everything from all that era of mummy movies until, of course, the late 50s. Hammer took over and started making some. Well, they made one in the late 50s, and the rest were made in the 60s, and I think one of them in the early 70s, if I'm not mistaken, maybe around 71 or so. The bonus features here, I believe all the bonus features are all on the first disc, but I could be wrong, on the first disc with the Mummy, but I could be wrong. Mummy Dearest, a horror tradition documentary. He Who Made Monsters, the life and art of Jack Pierce, unraveling the legacy of the Mummy. The Mummy Archives, 2 feature commentaries, so I presume that would be on The Mummy, and maybe on Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, I don't know. And then there's the theatrical trailers, of course. There's Abbott and Costello there. I could really get in tight on that if I could get some good focus. Okay, yeah, that works good. So there you have it, the Mummy collection. This is exciting viewing here. And some creepy action going on. I sort of like these other 4 Mummy movies. They're kind of interesting. They're really short movies, sort of low budget compared to, not to say that they had the biggest budgets of all the other Universal horror movies, but they sort of pumped those babies out really quick, take advantage of it, and I think they did a decent job.